to series English Grammar. Today we're going to discuss male and female verbs. I guess you're wondering what kind of male and female verbs I'm talking about. Okay, I will explain. So I guess that many of you have faced the problem of differentiating verbs after which you can use infinitives and after which you are supposed to use a gerund. Well, that's kind of a problem, and your job is to try to cope with it, which we are going to do right now. Well, the problem is that these verbs are just simply different, and we should treat them as if they were males and females. So, male verbs are verbs after which we can use an infinitive, and these verbs have a particle too. So they have it. Well, as for female verbs, after them we can use a gerund, and we are not supposed to use a particle too. So female verbs do not have this particle too. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. For instance, a male verb to promise to do something. So it has an infinitive after it with a particle too. And, by the way, men really like promising things. A female verb, let's say imagine. Imagine doing something. And this is a female verb after which we use a gerund and there's no particle too. And by the way, we really like imagining things. And today we're going to study female verbs. Female because I'm a female. Okay, anyway, first of all, let's take a look at the list of these verbs. Because here you see not all of them, but mainly. So, these are the verbs: finish, postpone, consider, admit, deny, avoid, risk, imagine, fancy. As you can see, there is some logic, just a little bit. For instance, postpone something and consider, admit something and deny, avoid doing something and risk, imagine and fancy are very close. Anyway, your job is simply to remember them and practice them. And there are also phrasal verbs after which we are supposed to use a gerund. So these phrasal verbs are also female. For instance, give up, which means stop, put off, which means postpone, go on, carry on, keep on, and that's it, I guess. Now let's take a look at a couple of examples.
Come on here, boy.
One of the ways I always tried to avoid getting beatings was pretending to be asleep.
Get up, boy. You ain't fooling nobody.
Stevie Wonder could see before he did amateur night. They booed him blind.
They booed Magic Johnson so bad, he gave up singing.
Magic Johnson is a basketball player.
Also, some of these verbs can be used in the following formula. You use the female verb, after it there goes something, and then the gerund. For instance, imagine, keep, and stop. Let's take a look at an example from the series.
No, that's why we have to find him. It's the only way we'll know the truth.
It just doesn't make any sense. Zach is such a sweet kid. I can't imagine him doing anything that terrible.
Well, he did break into your house. I mean, the kid's obviously troubled in some way.
You can also use passive form here.
In fact, you could be my personal shopper. That is, if you don't mind being paid in dresses.
Being paid is a passive form here. Instead of paying, we say being paid. In addition to passive form, we can also use perfect form. Don't admit having done something. For instance, when a criminal doesn't want to admit having stolen the jewelry. After some of these verbs, you can also use that and a clause. For instance, instead of saying a thief denied having stolen the goods, you can say a thief denied that he stole the goods. By the way, the perfect form is not actually necessary, and instead of the criminal denied having stolen the jewelry, you can also say the criminal denied stealing the jewelry. Both variants are possible.
Keith and I are always so busy that he suggested that we meet here for 10 minutes before our shift starts for coffee for some together time. Isn't that sweet?
And now your job is to give examples with all these verbs. Please do not be lazy and do it. Do not apply the lazy approach. By the way, who do you prefer? Males or females? There is one more thing actually. So there are bisexual verbs. So these verbs can be used with an infinitive and a gerund, and the meaning is usually different. And we are going to discuss these bisexual verbs and male verbs during my lessons to come. But that's it for today, and I hope that you liked this video and enjoyed it and learned some new stuff, learned some new grammar. Don't forget to like it and subscribe my video channel, YouTube channel, and hope to see you soon. Happy English practice. Bye bye.